Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to figure out if a company is truly soaring or just putting on a show. Today we're looking at MANNATECH Incorporated, and let's just say they needed to make a deal to keep the lights on. So this filing is all about MANNATECH getting an extension on some loans. Think of it like needing more time to pay back your friends who lent you cash, but these aren't just any friends, these are important people right at the top of the company. The filing is dated September 9th, 2025, and it tells us that this day was a big one for MANNATECH's financial maneuvering. The company MANNATECH Incorporated, which by the way sells health and wellness products, entered into 3 loan extension agreements. These agreements are for loans that were originally made back in April of 2024. Now, who are these lenders? Well, they're pretty connected. We have J. Stanley Frederick, who's not only the chairman of the board, but also the company's biggest shareholder. Then there's Tyler Ramison, the second largest shareholder. He actually lent the money through his firm called Jade Capital LLC. And finally, Kevin Robbins. All 3 are on MANNATECH's board of directors. It's like the company's leadership is also its personal bank. These loans were originally for a total of $3.6 million, but good news, it seems MANNATECH has been chipping away at the debt. As of the date of this report, they had already paid back $700,000, meaning there was still $2.9 million outstanding. So why the extension? The company says it's to give them more time to use the money for everyday business needs, what they call general working capital. Essentially, they needed more breathing room to operate and manage their day-to-day expenses. The big change here is the due date. These loans, which were due sooner, are now extended to March 31st, 2027. This gives MANNATECH almost 2 more years to repay the outstanding $2.9 million. The good news is the company can still pay these off early if they choose to, without any extra fees or penalties. If you're really curious about the nitty-gritty of these original loans, they were filed away back in April 2024. And as for this filing here, it lists the specific extensions. There's one for Jade Capital, which is Tyler Ramison's firm, then one for J. Stanley Frederick, and finally one for Kevin Robbins. And who signed off on this deal to authorize it for the company? It was Landon Frederick, who is the Chief Executive Officer and also the interim CFO. This shows the highest level of management is involved in these crucial financial arrangements. The signature here, Landon Fredericks, confirms he officially approved this extension on behalf of MANNATECH. Now let's get to what this all means. MANNATECH is essentially borrowing money from its own leaders to fund its operations. While it's common for insiders to support companies they believe in, the fact that they needed to extend these loans suggests that the company might not be generating enough cash flow from its core business to meet its obligations on time. It could indicate a struggle with liquidity, meaning they might not have enough readily available cash to cover short-term debts. The extension to 2027 gives them more time, but it doesn't solve any underlying cash flow issues. The fact that the company's leaders are also its main lenders and are willing to extend the terms is a sign of confidence from them. But it also highlights a potential dependency on these internal funds rather than external financing or operational profits. MANNATECH's business model in health and wellness is competitive. And if they're relying on loans from board members, it might mean their sales aren't translating into enough cash to keep things running smoothly without these internal lifelines. So while the extension is a positive step to avoid immediate default, it also points to a company that needs to seriously focus on improving its cash. What are your thoughts on MANNATECH's reliance on its leadership for funding? Do you think this extension is enough to turn things around? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insider looks at corporate finances. Don't forget to join our Discord channel for more discussions linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decoding.